Guys, I don't even know where to start from because what I saw today, hey, I had to sit down. Like, imagine waking up and the internet is on fire because Sonia allegedly revealed a secret marriage to Bryan Okwara. Like, guys, I said, wait, to what? Like, what is what? Since when? How? Where was Maurice in all of this? Now, guys, before some of you, attack me and start talking in the comment section, just calm down. This is gist, and we're analyzing what people are saying online. Nothing has officially been confirmed. But if Sonia got married quietly and it turns out to be Bryan Okwara, let's talk about the real question. How would Maurice react? Because, guys, let's not lie. Whether they admit it or not, Sonia and Maurice's chemistry has kept fans emotionally invested for years. The secret marriage bombshell. So imagine the scenario. Sonia posts, soft bridal pictures, no noise, no countdown, no engagement announcement, just elegant photos with caption. God timing is the best. Forever begins. And boom, the next live you see Bryan Okwara standing beside her. Internet shuts down, fans screaming, wait, what about Maurice? We are we shipping for nothing? Is this why Maurice has been acting distant? Was Bryan there all this while? You know, you know how Nigerian fans are. Once there is silence, we fill it with imagination. Now, guys, let's talk about Maurice because his reaction is what we need to talk about here. Even if everything between them was strictly professional, emotion can still exist. Imagine Maurice opening his Instagram and seeing Sonia in a wedding dress beside another man. You know that feeling when something hits you unexpectedly. Even if you tell yourself we are just colleagues, it still stings. Especially when fans have been pairing you together for years. I feel like Maurice would react in one of these ways, like the silent shock. One of the ways he's going to react is, you know, the silent shock. You know that Maurice is not someone who overshares emotionally. So I can imagine him going quiet, no post, no comment, no congratulations immediately, just silence. And that silence, hey, fans will interpret it 10,000 different ways. They'll be like, why hasn't he congratulated her? Is he hot? Is he shocked? Did he find out with us? Because if it was truly secret, maybe he didn't even know. And that one would hurt the most. The second way he's going to react is the mature public congratulations. Now, guys, let's look at another angle. Maurice could shock everyone and be like, congratulations to you, my dear friends, wishing you a lifeless lifetime of happiness. Very mature, very calm, very controlled. But fans now, they will zoom into every detail. Like they will be like, was the message too short? Why no emojis? Why no captions? Why didn't he call her special name like before? Sometimes maturity look different from emotion. Now, guys, you know the value of what you don't like. You don't know the value of what you have until you lose it. If there was ever even a tiny emotional possibility between them, this kind of news could trigger reflection because once someone is married, the door is permanently closed. No more, let's see how things go. No more playful public teasing. Everything is just, finished. And sometimes it's not that you wanted something seriously, but knowing you can never have it again hit differently. But guys, let's talk about Bryan Okwara. Now, if it is Bryan, that's add another layer. Bryan is calm, mature, and low drama. He's not the social media overexposure type. So if Sonia choose someone like that quietly, it would mean she wanted peace over noise. And that alone would tell us something. Maybe she's tired of shipping pressure, constant comparison, fans analyzing every mood. Sometimes celebrity keep relationship private because public love comes with public stress. It's just fans versus reality. And this is something that we really need to address honestly because a lot of the times we fans fall in love with on-screen chemistry and forget that these actors are professionals. They can act romance so well, that you believe it's real. But behind the camera, they go home, they live separate lives, they date other people, and sometimes we hold on to a fantasy more than they do. If Sonia truly got married secretly, it will prove one thing: she was never obligated to fulfill the narrative fans created. Would Maurice feel regret? Now, that is the most juicy part of it. Let's just say there was a time Maurice could have taken things further, but he didn't. Maybe timing, maybe career focus, maybe uncertainty. Seeing her married will remove all options. And sometimes regret doesn't come from love, it comes from missed opportunity. He might sit back and think, what if? And that what if can be loud. The social media pressure: if this happened, fans will immediately run to Maurice's page, checking if he unfollowed her, checking if he liked her in the post, checking if he posted sad quotes. You know how Nigerians are like dictating, all these things. They are, up to that. Even if you post God is faithful, they will say it's about Sonia. Even if you post gym content, they will say he's using fitness to heal heartbreak. Sometimes celebrity can't even breathe without interpretation. Or maybe he already moved on. Let's just move to that side. What if Maurice is completely unbothered? What if he is in a serious relationship privately and just choose not to broadcast it? Sometimes the person we think is waiting has already moved forward. And that's why we shouldn't assume emotional attachment just because chemistry looks real. Sonia's perspective: if she's truly married secretly, that shows confidence, because hiding something that big means she wasn't seeking validation, she wasn't chasing attention, she wanted control over her narrative. And honestly, guys, that's powerful. Especially in Nollywood, where relationships are usually turned into, PR headlines. So, guys, the bigger lesson in this whole scenario, the bigger lesson that this whole scenario teaches us is that shipping is fun, chemistry is exciting, but you see, real life is different from the scripted love that we see. Actors can create magic on screen without being, romantically involved, and sometimes we project our desire onto them. So, if Maurice marries Bryan tomorrow, life will continue. Movies will still drop, fans will still watch, Maurice will still act. But emotionally, for shippers, it will feel like the end of the era. So, guys, you know, my final thought on this now, let me just ask you guys honestly. If Sonia wake up tomorrow and announce that she secretly married BryanOkwara, what would shock you more? That she got married quietly, that she is it like if she didn't got married to Maurice, or that Maurice might have found out the same way we did? Because me personally, I feel like the real story wouldn't even be the marriage. It would be that how Maurice reacted. It would be Maurice's reaction, the body language, the silence, the timing of the post. Sometimes what people don't see or what people say is louder than what they say. But until anything is confirmed, this remains speculation and, fans analysis. Let's not attack anyone, let's not create hate, let's enjoy the gossip responsibly. Because at the end of the day, these are real people with real emotion. And if this kind of thing ever happens, guys, trust me, the internet will not sleep. So, guys, let me just know your humble thoughts in the comment section. And if you've watched up to this point, you've not subscribed to the channel, please kindly do so that I continue getting hot usages just like this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys in my next video. Bye for now.